Hi, Retro Crew. Lately, it seems like Hollywood's out of original ideas. Today, we're going to discuss that a little bit.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
It seems like all they're making nowadays is superhero movies and remakes.
Yeah, or sequels and adaptations.
Yeah.
Sequels are okay, but if you wait 20 years after a franchise has ended to make a new one.
Way too long. I've said it before, I don't like when they wait that long. Like a year or two is good.
Mm-hmm.
Then it can be like the same people and they look roughly the same. And
right, you don't have to update. With Indiana Jones, they had to update his story and the time zone he's in and everything.
Yeah, and they had to do the digital re-aging or de-aging. I don't like that. I like them to use the actors how they look at the time.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't like when they have 60 or 70-year-old men acting like action. Like in the Indiana Jones movie, they did it good because they made him older and they did push it a little bit. I don't think a man of his age would be able to do quite everything he did.
Yeah, riding the horse through the subway and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and climbing the rock wall and all that stuff. I don't think someone of his age could rock climb.
Yeah, I mean, they did make him go slow and have him complain that it was hard for him, but...
Yeah, and he talked about all the injuries he got in the past movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too. But still, they waited too long, even from Crystal Skull to this one. It was 2008 to 2023.
Yeah, so 15 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 15, but I didn't want to just shout a number out.
Give or take a year or two.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
And then you got Disney with the MCU and Star Wars. They're just making all those movies tied together and all the TV shows you have to watch to follow.
Yeah, it's too... they're ruining the Star Wars franchise. We do have a video on that. We'll link it up here.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to watch 6 movies and 3 TV shows and all this just to understand one movie.
Yeah.
It's too much.
And even if you want to just pick one of those shows you watch, like Ahsoka, you'd have to know what happened in Star Wars Rebels and all that.
Yeah.
I know kind of the characters and everything, but he hasn't ever seen that, so he doesn't know the whole story with Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger.
No, I mean... I can see if it's a sequel movie, like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3,
right.
They made an Iron Man 4, it should be a standalone, if you watch the first 3 of those, you can understand the 4th one, but
right.
I don't want to have to watch Iron Man, Thor, 14 shows, all this stuff just to understand what's going on in the one movie.
Right.
And still at that same point, that movie should kind of be a standalone thing. So I don't have to watch all this stuff just to understand the one movie.
Yeah. Then in a different way, the Star Wars sequels, they were all pretty much just a remake of the original trilogy.
Yeah, but they just did it worse.
Yeah, they did it worse, and they were just total fan service. Remember when this happened? Remember this character?
Yeah, and we're not going to get into Solo again because that one's horrible. That was all fan service.
Yeah.
It could have been an original idea and they could have made it so good, but they tried to make it all fan service and it just turned into a steaming pile of Wampadookie.
And as I've probably mentioned before, I read the Young Han Solo books by A.C. Crispin or whoever, and those are good. They could have looked to those for at least a little bit of inspiration. Instead of just being nope, that never happened, that's legend, forget all about that.
When they do make original movies now, they're not good because they're trying to just... there are some good original movies, but not many. And when they try now, they try to put too much into them.
Yeah, and they always have to be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And try to all these special effects.
Well, going back to the superhero movies, they need to have one bad guy, one good guy.
Right.
Or they have a team, but not 3 main bad guys against one good guy, and just one story that they can go through the whole movie. Not this character's doing this character's doing this character's doing this.
Yeah, and then set it up 10 movies ago and then bring it back into the big bad and he recruited all these other
Yeah.
type of, or even in Spider-Man No Way Home, they took even from the other Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield ones.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen those and you just watch the MCU,
that was a really good movie.
It-
They kind of did it right in that movie because you don't have to watch quite so much. But
Right.
at the same, like we're talking about, I don't want to have to watch so many different movies just to understand one movie.
yeah,
I mean, they kind of explained in the movie what was going on, and if you did just watch that movie, you might be able to understand it. But
right,
at the same point, we've seen all those movies so many times, so we knew.
right. If you just go into the MCU and didn't watch those, and there's people who don't like Andrew Garfield for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what that had to do with anything. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
But and then that's another thing with the, like you said, superhero movies. They always have to reboot them too. Like Spider-Man's been rebooted 3 times now.
Yeah.
Batman's been rebooted
How many different times?
3 or 4. Superman,
Like, I don't know how many times I've seen the Wayne family get killed in the alley,
right?
or seen Uncle Ben get killed on the street, wherever he gets killed.
Poor old bugger.
He's so small. He's like a dog or something.
Yeah,
Poor little bugger. I salute you.
yeah. But like you were
Yeah.
saying, sometimes it can be done right. Like Sherlock Holmes has been made over and over countless times.
Yeah.
But then they redid it. That one with Robert Downey Jr. and you just said his name not too long ago.
Yeah.
Jude Law.
Yeah, that's it.
Like that's
Dumbledore.
yeah, that's like a fresh take kind of on the. It doesn't have like he's not a portly old man. He's just like jolly good Holmes. How did you do that? And he's like,
Yeah,
well, it was
he's-
elementary. He's like, they had a different dynamic. Like he gets annoyed by Holmes and he's like not impressed by him because he's seen it enough times or
Yeah.
something,
Well, he still respects him. He just doesn't put up with his nonsense.
right? Because he's like more eccentric in that, and he like does experiments on the dog, or he upsets John's fiance
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff. But and they're more physical, so they can hold their own in a fight. They're not just like they don't just sit back at Baker Street and just let people come to them and be like, well, it's obvious what happened. This is, you know.
Yeah.
And then another good Sherlock Holmes thing is the Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. That's like,
I do want to see that one. I haven't seen it.
yeah, I want to watch it again. Like each episode's 90 minutes, so that's something to keep in mind. So each series is
Yeah.
3 episodes.
So it's like 3 movies.
Yeah, but it's good because it's the same kind of dynamic between Holmes and Watson. Like Watson's an army vet, so he's kind of, again, he's not just a portly mustachioed man.
Yeah, he kind of helps out, and he's
Yeah.
smart in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
But Sherlock is better,
Right.
of course.
Yeah, and they can tussle and they can just actually hold their own against the bad guys they face.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
nice.
kind of like the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that was an interesting take on that
Yeah.
too.
Like I think the swords were called, or
Like,
the swords were guns in this one.
yeah, they had like
And
a
it's like-
dagger, 9mm.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like a modern take on it. There's cars and everything.
Mm-hmm. I want to watch that one again too.
Yeah,
So yeah, obviously it can be done right if you adapt things. Even the Hercule Poirot movies with Kenneth Branagh, those are pretty good.
yeah. Those
Like I
are-
know they've been done before and they're adapted from books. And I don't kind of
Yeah, I mean they can do it right, but a lot of times they don't. They just try to cram too much in the movies, and
like cater to the fans.
yeah, when there's too much going on and it's like a lot of fan service, like nonstop fan service,
Right.
it just gets old. They need to like do new stuff. And there's something I was gonna say, a different topic.
I don't know. Was it about the Disney movies?
I mean, back when we were kids, think of the movies that came out, like Lion King,
Aladdin,
Aladdin. Yeah, there was another one I was thinking of too.
Little Mermaid, Toy
Little
Story,
Mermaid. I think that was a little bit before our time. Was Toy Story wasn't Disney?
Disney Pixar.
Oh, so yeah, like all those movies are great, but they made live adapted or live versions of them, whatever they call
Remakes.
them. Yeah, remakes. And like the Jungle Book was horrible. I saw that one. The Lion King was pretty good, but I
Yeah.
love the original more, like the cartoon version that came out when we were kids.
Yeah,
I mean, Zazu is
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson. I don't know why they didn't make him Ron Atkinson in the new one. I mean, he's still alive.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have, yeah.
They used James Earl Jones for Mufasa again.
I do like Lion King 1.5.
Yeah.
That's a good take on it. It's like from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view. Same movie, but a lot different too.
Yeah, it's interesting. If they do something like that, as I said, sequels are okay if they're like timely, not when you like wait a long time and try to resurrect what's already been done and it's like perfect and it's institutionalized as a great like trilogy like Star Wars or Indiana Jones.
And a lot of times when they do that, they kind of change the story of the original too.
Yeah, right.
Like it doesn't have the same meaning. When you know too much about, like, the thing that made the original 3 Star Wars great is you didn't know all the past stuff. Like, you could imagine it and you could think about it in your own head and it was different for everybody.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know exactly what happened. You know how the characters are like they are and
how they
just the mystery is gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of takes out the imagination and the wonder and part of what makes those movies great.
Right.
Like, oh, Anakin built C-3PO. Oh, that's why this happened. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Like, it just... I don't think in the original 3 that Anakin built C-3PO.
No, he didn't. And Obi-Wan didn't know R2-D2.
Yeah.
But now there's like, oh, well, if they spend all that time together in the prequels, why doesn't he know him now? Like, it creates plot holes and all that kind of stuff, too. You have to, like, go and try to retcon what's already been made, like, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, retcon a movie that's great already, and he, like, was, like, concrete in what it was.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. Oh, this could have happened.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, this character could also be... Like, they did that again in the MCU. Like, remember Iron Man 2 when he saves that little kid with the Iron Man mask on?
Yeah, they made him Spider-Man.
Yeah, they made him Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Disney, you just gotta pump the brakes sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you let people have the mystery of the movie.
Exactly. And a random kid can just be a random kid. He can't tie into...
Yeah, he doesn't have to tie into a movie 30 movies down the line.
No. They did that again with the Spider-Man Homecoming. Or all the Spider-Man villains really in the MCU came from Iron Man.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like Adrian Toomes, he lost his contract. Not really because of Iron Man, but he was cleaning up the Avengers mess and then he got shut down. So he started stealing the alien technology.
And building his own stuff.
Yeah. Mysterio and Far From Home.
Yeah.
He was like, Iron Man stole his idea for AI something, so he wanted to get revenge on that, so...
Yeah, he took his idea and expanded on it.
Yeah.
What did he call it? Fart or something?
Yeah. So,
or in his mind he did. I don't think he really did, or I don't know. But yeah, I like to watch a movie and have it be a standalone movie.
Yeah, not every movie has to tie in with every other movie in existence nowadays.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're doing.
I mean, I can see like a sequel. That's okay, because you watch one movie and then the sequel.
Exactly.
And if it's like, if it keeps going, you can just watch from the beginning. But I don't want to have to watch like I said.
We said countless times, I think, in other videos even.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to watch WandaVision to understand what's going on in a Spider-Man movie.
Right. And then...
That's just an example, but...
Yeah. And they give everyone their own TV show, like Andor.
Yeah. Why would they give him a TV show? I don't understand that.
He didn't strike a chord with me when I was watching the movie, when I was watching Rogue One. And I want to know more about him.
Or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, I've never seen that one, but why would those two have a show together?
I don't know. It might make sense if we watched it, but it didn't appeal to us because they weren't characters that I wanted more of. I know a lot of people like Sebastian Stan, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The Winter Soldier. Bucky. But, I don't know. I guess there are people who are okay with all these shows and everything, and I know a lot of people watch them and follow along, but...
Yeah, but it just...
feels like homework now instead
of sitting down to enjoy a movie.
Yeah, just a nice little escape from reality.
Yeah, I don't want to have a notepad and be like, okay, this happened in this movie. They ended up
Yeah.
The Tesseract ended up with this person when the movie was over.
Right.
So 3 or 4 movies down the line in 10 years, I'll know why the Tesseract is coming back around with this person. Like, no. I want it to be like, in that movie is the Tesseract. You know what happens. You know where it is. Then in the sequel, it's like, okay, this person has that. This is what's going to happen. This is where we left off on the last one.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch, like, Spider-Man or Iron Man or Captain America. Where does the Tesseract even start? Captain America?
I think so. Thor? Avengers? Yeah, see? It's
Yeah,
all
I don't
convoluted.
even, yeah. It's like, I don't know where that started or how
Might
it
have
got
been
where
Captain
it was.
America when he
But,
froze
like,
in the ice. I
Then to watch Avengers 2 or whatever, where it comes back around and be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. I don't want to have to be like, okay, yeah, I know why that's here.
And sit through 10 minutes of credits to watch a little after credit scene to like tie into the next movie in the not even the next movie in that
series, but
Yeah,
like a
like-
different series.
yeah, like they built up Guardians of the Galaxy from Iron Man or something. That's just 2 of the names that I could come up with at the moment. But like you're watching Iron Man, or even they did it in Hulk, didn't they?
I think so.
They had Iron Man show up and talk to him, and then they didn't even use Edward Norton as
Yeah, they
Bruce
said he
Banner
was
in the
putting a
next
team
one.
together or something.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
have to watch this, then you have to sit through the credits if you want to watch another Marvel movie of another character.
Yeah, we're talking about like remakes. Like Psycho, they remade that with Vince Vaughn, and it was like the exact movie,
Yeah.
just in color with Vince Vaughn instead.
Mhm.
Like if you saw the original Psycho, you saw the Vince Vaughn one, just with different characters and then in color instead of black and white.
Right.
And I think instead of stealing $500 or something, she stole $5,000, but
Yeah, they just kind of modernized
modernized it a little bit. But it's,
it.
if
Sometimes.
they can do remakes good, like the
Yeah.
girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
Like they made that one like a year after the original trilogy was over.
Mm.
But those are both great. I love the original trilogy, and I love the new one. They didn't even make it a trilogy,
No.
but the one with Daniel Craig. I like when the bottle's rolling off the fridge and he like catches it.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think that was in the script or anything. I think it just happened and they left it in.
Yeah. I like when stuff like that happens and you find out about it.
Yeah. I never heard anything about it, but my guess would be it just happened and he caught it.
Yeah. Seems like something that would be. But some remakes are good too, like True Grit. They remade that with Jeff Daniels and Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Like I watched both of them recently, and I think I like the remake better.
Yeah, but you weren't like a fan of the original first.
That's true.
Like
yeah.
I was a fan of Psycho before the new one came out.
Yeah.
And I saw the remake of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo before I bought the original. But some movies are good, like Scarface. That's another good one. The
Yeah.
original is like very old, and it's before the time when you could like see somebody shoot someone on screen. Like it would show the person shooting, then it would show the other person that they were
Reacting.
shooting at, and they would be like reacting to it.
Yeah. I don't
So-
think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's from the 40s or 50s, I think.
Yeah. And another one that they're remaking again is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like in 2006 or whatever, the cartoon came out. Then they tried making it into a movie series that didn't take off.
Yeah,
And it got a lot of flack. A lot of people don't like that movie. They pretend it doesn't exist. Which,
I liked the movie. I didn't watch
Yeah.
the cartoon, but the movie I thought was really good.
yeah. Now they're remaking it again, like more faithful to the cartoon, and they're going to release that on Netflix, like a TV show, but live action.
I always think it's weird when they like, it's kind of a video game thing, but like they remake it like a couple years later with
Yeah.
updated graphics and stuff, like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
They did The
famous
Last of
for
Us
that.
1, then they made that game again with like upgraded graphics, I think, for the next PlayStation.
yeah.
Then they're doing the same thing with The Last of Us 2,
hmm
but
They did.
I
it.
guess it's kind of the same, like going from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray. Like
Yeah.
they're just updating it to the modern,
Yeah, when you say it like that, it makes sense.
but still it's kind of weird. Like, same movie, it's coming out. I know they make more money with it that way.
hmm
But I can see going from like VHS to Blu-ray or DVD, I mean. And when they do it with games, they kind of add some new stuff in, but that's like special features and
Online stuff and all
Yeah.
that kind of. I don't play online too often anyway.
I don't either, but like we said, if they can come up with good ideas, they can remake, or not remake, but like make new movies. It just seems like they're not doing that anymore, or as much.
Yeah.
Trying to think of an original movie that's come out recently that was great. I mean, nothing's coming to mind right now.
No, I can't think.
I'm sure once the camera's off, I'll probably get a couple, but it's not like it was when we were growing up.
Right.
Like, it was just new great movie after new great movie.
The only one that it's from like 2010 that I can think of that was original, but it was great, and we still watch it and quote it to this day. The Other Guys.
Yeah, that one is great.
Yeah.
See, if they get the right cast and they get the right idea, they can have good movies.
Yeah. Like Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell worked well together, and then they were in another movie together, weren't they? In a sequel to that one.
Yeah.
So
it can be done. It's just, I don't know many of the actors coming up now, like new, fresh actors.
Me neither.
Not really, but I don't want to see Chris Pratt or Tom Holland and everything.
No, they're good, but like, give someone else a chance.
Yeah.
Like anytime they talk about making a remake, those two names will pop up.
Yeah,
and
like
if you
the live action Zelda movie.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying Tom Holland.
Yeah, and all the thumbnails they already have Tom Holland, like AI.
As Link.
Yeah.
And we do have a video talking about that. We'll post it up here.
Man, you love those cards.
Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah. But that's what we think about it. I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I think I've said my piece.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. Let us know if we're crazy. Like, comment, subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Pick one of these two videos. And we'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.